For this tutorial, we will be making this Masquerade mask makeup. And I paired it off with a heavy smoky eye and a really bold lip today, but you could pair it with whatever sort of beauty makeup you'd like depending on the occasion that you're wearing it for. If you like this look, please be sure to subscribe and give it a big old thumbs up because this is my entry for the NYX Face Awards. So let's hop right in. To prime my eyes, I'm using Wet n Wild Under Eye Concealer, and I'm applying that with my finger all over the eye area. Now using my NYX Wicked Dreams palette, I'm taking this golden brown color onto a basic eyeshadow brush and applying that all over the lid. Using a fluffy blending brush, I'm going to take a little bit of this golden pigment from Blend Cosmetics. It's their number 29. And I'm going to tap off any excess pigment so we don't have a lot of fallout. And then I'm going to blend it right into the crease, blending out any of those harsh lines from that brown that we put on the lid. Using a smudge brush, I'm going to go back into my NYX Wicked Dreams palette and take some of this nude sparkly color and add that right underneath the eyebrow as a highlighter. I'm even going to take it a little bit further down in the front than I normally would because I really want my eyes to open up. Using that fluffy brush from earlier, we're going to take a little bit more of that golden brown color that's on the lid and blend it into the crease to give us a little bit more depth. Now that we're finished with the eyes, I'm going to go back underneath the eye area and hide any dark circles that I have using the Wet n Wild Under Eye Concealer. For foundation, I'm using Rimmel Clean Finish in True Ivory. I do use my hands to apply my foundation. I feel like the warmth from your hands breaks down the foundation a little bit more, and it leaves you with a nice soft airbrushed look in the end. Using an angled contouring brush, I'm going to take a little bit of this bronzer from my BH Cosmetics Hollywood palette and apply it right in the hollows of my cheeks. It's going to slim down my face a little bit. Make sure to blend it out really well when you're finished. Now taking a fluffy face brush, I'm going to apply Rimmel Stay Matte Powder all over to set my foundation. I'm going to use circular motions, focusing on a lot of the places where I did contouring to kind of blend that out more. Going back to the Wicked Dreams palette again, I'm going to take that same golden brown we applied on the lid, and using a liner brush, I'm going to apply it right underneath the eye for a smoky look. I'm even going to go back through and take some of that nice nude shimmer color that we applied under the eyebrows and put it in the inner corner to make my eyes open up a little bit more. For my eyebrows, I'm going to use an ELF eyebrow kit, but before I do that, I am going to shape them up using an NYX eyebrow pencil in the color taupe. The ELF eyebrow kit has a brush that works wonderful for the wax, so I'm going to go ahead and load up some wax on that now and then fill in my eyebrows all over. And it's just going to give a nice base for the powder to stick to. To apply the powder, I'm going to use a small defining brush, and I'm going to use small short strokes going with the growth of the hair to ensure that there's no cakiness. And when you're all finished with your eyebrows, take a small concealer brush and a little bit of the Wet n Wild Under Eye Concealer and clean up your eyebrows to give nice sharp lines. I'm even going to go back through with that small smudge brush and apply a little bit more of that nude color right underneath my eyebrow to crisp up any lines down there. I went ahead and applied eyeliner to my waterline, and now I'm going to curl my lashes and apply mascara. For mascara, I'm using Maybelline Great Lash, and I'm doing a couple of coats, but not too much because we are going to wear fake eyelashes. Now I'm going to use an NYX liquid liner pen and draw dots in the shape that I want the mask to be in. You don't want these to be too dark or too thick because we do want to be able to cover them when we apply the color of the mask. Now that that's all finished, I'm going to use a foundation brush and apply ELF Shimmering Facial Whip in the color Spotlight. You want to pat this on and not use as many stroking motions because you don't want this to blend with your foundation. You want to keep the white as bright as possible. If it gets a little thick anywhere, you can use small short strokes to smooth it out, but remember to not mix it too much with your foundation. Now using the same foundation brush, I'm going to go through and take some of this Blend Cosmetics pigment powder in number 14. It's white with a little bit of pink hue to it, and I'm just going to apply that everywhere that we put the shimmer whip earlier. Again, dabbing it on and making sure to not smear it on. If you have any fallout from the loose pigment, just leave it where it's at for now, and then when we're finished, you can take a small fluffy brush and just wipe it off. Again, using that same foundation brush, I'm going to apply Wet n Wild Mega Sparkle in the color Confetti all over the mask. This is a really pretty white glitter, and it has like blue and pink tones to it, so it really captures light well. Again, if you have any fallout from the loose glitters, just at the end, take a fluffy brush and brush over any areas, and it'll come right off. Now I'm using an ELF liquid liner to draw designs all around the outside of the mask. For this step, you want to make sure that your hands are really steady because liquid liner is very temperamental and not forgiving. If you do end up making any mistakes at the end when the liner dries, you can take a small concealer brush and that same white that we applied on the mask earlier and clean up any of your lines. When I'm done with the designs, I am going to apply rhinestones using Ardell Lash Glue, and I'm just using rhinestones that I found at Michael's Craft Supply. So now I have all the rhinestones attached and the designs are finished, and so I'm going to put on my eyelashes. I do roll them out so that it makes them a little bit more pliable and easy to adhere to the eye. When working with eyelash glue, you want to let it dry for about 10 to 20 seconds before you apply it. It'll make it so much easier to apply. I also added an NYC lipstick in mahogany all over my lips to add a little pop of color. Now that I'm done applying my eyelashes, I'm going to put on one final coat of the Maybelline Great Lash Mascara just to mix in my natural lashes with the false lashes, and that's going to complete our look for today. Okay, so that is it for this tutorial. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below in the comment section. I will read them and get back to them as soon as possible. And if you really enjoyed this look, please give it a big thumbs up because this is my entry to the NYX Face Awards and every like counts as a vote towards my submission. Also, don't forget to subscribe.